I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, Governor Janet Mills and Attorney General Aaron Frey have formally established an independent commission to investigate the facts surrounding the Lewiston mass shooting.
That commission was established through an executive order signed by Governor Mills today. The governor and AG Frey appointed the commission members who you see on your screen based on their expertise in various areas, including mental health and legal knowledge. The governor and AG made it clear in a letter to the commission that they must operate in an independent and objective manner. The topics they'll be pursuing with their investigation include the facts and circumstances leading up to the shooting, the police response to the shooting and the ensuing manhunt, Robert Card's mental health history and contact with various state, federal, and military authorities, as well as other matters. In a joint statement, Governor Mills and AG Frey said, quote, "As we have said, the complete facts and circumstances, including any failures or omissions, must be brought to light and known by all. The families of the victims, those who were injured, and the people of Maine and the nation deserve nothing less," end quote.
The Maine Supreme Judicial Court heard arguments from lawyers challenging and supporting recent changes to a child sex abuse statute. Our Grace Blanchard has the details.
After facing a series of lawsuits, the Roman Catholic Diocese of Portland is challenging the constitutionality of a law that removed the statute of limitations for adults who survived childhood sexual abuse. Maine's highest court heard those arguments on Thursday. Maine's highest court heard those arguments on Thursday.
Maine Title 14, Section 752C, as recently amended, violates the Maine Constitution.
In 2021, the law was changed to allow survivors to sue their accused abusers regardless of how much time has passed. That prompted more than a dozen people to file suits against the diocese.
Perpetrators of these heinous acts should be held to account, regardless if the act occurred in 1978 or 2023.
State Representative Lori Gramlich was the lead sponsor on the bill that created the law.
As a survivor myself, I thought, what can I do here in the state of Maine for survivors?
The diocese claimed they have no desire to minimize the effects of past sexual abuse by church representatives. The diocese issued a statement saying, quote, "It is our belief that this law is unconstitutional and will significantly impact the diocese's ability to serve the Catholic community of Maine, including those most vulnerable."
This case is about the will of the people upsetting the diocese's mere expectation of getting away with enabling child sex abuse and cover-ups.
Attorney Michael Begas represents the 13 people suing the diocese. He says people came from all across the country to support this change to the law.
It was a very important day in the litigation, and we're very grateful that so many people could travel so far for an important issue that they care so much about.
The Supreme Court will now go into a deliberation period, and it is unclear how long until they reach a decision.
For me, it's a matter of justice, and it's an opportunity for survivors to be believed and have their voices heard.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Pro-Palestine protesters continued their efforts today following a demonstration last night during which 7 protesters were arrested for criminal trespass. Demonstrators were protesting against Jared Golden's vote to censure Michigan Representative Rashida Tlaib for her statements supporting Palestine. Starting at 3:45 today, demonstrators once again walked into Jared Golden's Bangor office at 6 State Street, but found the doors locked and no one inside. Then they moved outside and made their way to the federal building to continue their protest. They say one of their missions with tonight's demonstration was to express their disagreement with the notion that supporting Palestine is anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitism is real. This is not anti-Semitism. This is opposing genocide. I have friends who are Jewish who are supporting this in this exact situation. I will find one for you. And that conflation, where people think that if you're critiquing the genocide, you're anti-Semitic, is just, we're done with it.
While officers were present for this demonstration, no arrests were made today.
A police chase in downtown Skowhegan ended with an arrest and damage to multiple vehicles. According to the Somerset County Sheriff's Office, at approximately 1:30 Wednesday afternoon, Detective David Cole attempted to conduct a search warrant on 34-year-old Skowhegan resident Raymond Ellis Jr. as part of an investigation into the sale of illicit drugs. A stoneworker captured the moment police surrounded the vehicle on video, as you can see. Authorities located him at Laney's Pit Stop on Waterville Road. That's when police say a brief struggle ensued ensued between Ellis and Detective Cole before Ellis fled in his black 2015 Dodge Ram truck. Police cruisers pursued Ellis through Skowhegan for nearly 20 minutes before reaching the parking lot of the former Solon Manufacturing building, which is currently under construction. That's when an apprentice for towel masonry who was working in a skylift witnessed police surround Ellis and ram him into the lift, shaking it considerably. When police searched Ellis and his truck, they found a loaded shotgun, ammunition, fentanyl, crack cocaine, digital scales, and other drug paraphernalia. Ellis was arrested and taken to jail, where he remains on $250,000 cash bail. His initial court appearance is scheduled for February 7th of next year.
A tractor trailer carrying a mobile home tipped over on the sidewalk in downtown Skowhegan around 11:30 this morning. It happened at the busy intersection of routes 201 and 2, just past the Margaret Chase Smith Bridge, traveling northbound into downtown. Initial attempts to move the trailer were unsuccessful, causing traffic to back up in an already congested area. The flow of traffic had to be managed by the Skowhegan Highway Department and Skowhegan Police. According to an officer at the scene, the driver was not associated with any company and no serious injuries were reported.
A Maine dispatch center is turning to an emerging technology to combat its continued staffing shortage and high call volume. Our David Ledford brings us their story.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Soon, when you dial the Penobscot Regional Communications Center's non-emergency line, artificial intelligence will answer the phone. The center is partnering with Amazon Web Services to implement an AI answering service that will direct callers to the correct resources and departments for non-emergencies. The hope is that the system will help to ease the workload for the understaffed dispatch center, which took more than 68,000 calls last year alone.
Our call volume has increased significantly since 2018, nearly 28%. With the workforce shortages and the increase in call volume, we have to change up our game plan here.
A number of those calls are for non-emergencies, complaints, and general concerns that are not time sensitive.
In our mind, emergency means somebody could die right now. That's an emergency to us. A lot of the issues we're fielding, a lot of the police issues, they happened last night, they happened yesterday, there's civil issues like the animal complaints.
Officials want to stress that this service will only be used for non-emergency calls. And when you pick up the phone to dial 911, a human dispatcher will be on the other end to help.
There is still going to be dispatchers here. There is a human component to this job. The AI bot is only going to be on the business line.
Officials don't yet know how soon the new system will roll out, but when it does, it will be a gradual introduction.
This is not going to be the flip of a switch. It's going to be a very slow, methodical process. We are going to build the system to answer questions the exact same way that we would answer them.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Wow, just one of the many ways that AI is, starting to impact all of our lives.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, though, really still reassuring to know that there will be a human on the other end of those real emergency calls.
Yeah, they're making it clear they're drawing a line between non-emergency calls,
right,
but the ones who really do require immediate attention. Yeah, that's still going to be a human on the line.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Well, looking outdoors today, a little bit chillier, and we saw some of the white stuff out there too.
We did kind of a great little intro. We're kind of approaching the holiday season now. Thanksgiving just a couple of weeks away, so I'm sure that was a welcome sight for many.
Indeed.
Let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast and see what else is coming.
Thank you so much, Beth. Our first weather tonight is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest rug cleaning destination for over 70 years. All right, guys, what a cooler day out there today. Temperatures only in the 30s. It kind of felt like a winter day. Snow showers were falling, lots of blue on the radar. So yes, it definitely feels like winter outside today. Visibility-wise, though, a little bit low. Millinocket area, we're looking at 3 miles, and then you got to go just west of town. Waterville, Rockland, we are talking lower visibilities. Here in town, though, we're pretty good, though. We have a 10-mile visibility, so we are looking good for now. No winter storm warnings, no winter weather advisories, but small craft advisories have been posted till around 7 a.m. on Saturday. Of course, this is for the coast. High temperatures earlier. What a chilly, chilly day. We were only hovering at around the freezing mark earlier today. That was the highest that we received. Overnight tonight, though, we're pretty much going to stay steady, near freezing, and then start to warm back up into the 40s by tomorrow. Beth?
Alrighty, Conrad, thank you so much. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, there was a naturalization ceremony at the State House today. Our Corey Bouchard was there.
And students from Ellsworth and Brewer High School, as well as Husson University, showed their appreciation for veterans. We'll have those stories and more local news when we come right back.
U.S. Cellular is built for Maine. It's a network for telling inside jokes from across the country. Built for streaming your favorite song one more time, 10 more times. Built for capturing the moments you'll never forget. U.S. Cellular is proud to have been awarded top performing network availability in Maine, with coverage across all counties. U.S. Cellular, a network built for us.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. I was a bit nervous at first, but then I figured, it's just walking, right? Oh! No, it's just a bunny! Calm down, Taco! That just... Stop! Sesame, no! Walter, don't! No, you're lucky you're so cute. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Dude, you coming?
Alka-Seltzer Plus PowerMax Gels Cold and Flu Relief with more concentrated power. Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. From the heavens! All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Here at ABC 7 and Fox 22,
we do it locally.
Because we want to.
Because you deserve it. Every day, we're out there working harder,
doing things better,
and doing it differently.
all to serve you.
And we're just getting started.
We're bringing the news to your community.
Tracking the weather.
We're broadcasting local sports you want to watch.
Supporting your community.
Because we are your community.
We are ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Honored to be named the very first Maine television station of the year.
Welcome back. A naturalization ceremony at the State House today recognized Maine's newest U.S. citizens. It was the first ceremony of its kind since before the pandemic. Our Augusta area reporter Corey Bouchard was there and has the story.
Oh, say, can you see?
On behalf of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, it is my pleasure to welcome you to your administrative naturalization ceremony here today.
Around 30 new U.S. citizens took their oath of allegiance at the State House Thursday.
I decided to become an American citizen to enjoy the opportunity of this free land.
Governor Janet Mills spoke at the ceremony with the message not to forget where you came from.
To my fellow Americans, welcome home. I hope you will continue to celebrate your past as you embark on your future here in Maine.
According to officials, a problem with the Postal Service resulted in many not getting their appointment letters telling them of the ceremony until last night. This meant some had to travel from across the state to be here.
Checked the mail last night at around 4:30 and I panicked. They said I had to be here today by 9 a.m., but I wasn't going to miss this for the world. I called my boss and told him I am heading to go get my citizenship, and we'll talk about everything else later. So.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A special moment there. Meanwhile, Husson University kicked off a series of events to honor veterans today. The day started off with a presentation which featured remarks from Husson President Robert Clark. Later on, students, staff, and alumni who are veterans gathered together at the Dickerman Dining Center, where they were treated to a free barbecue meal. Hassan faculty member and Air Force veteran Michael Komorski says the university does a great job honoring its veteran community.
Pretty much everyone you talk to now is a vet, volunteered to serve. So it was our privilege to do that, and wearing the flag of our nation on my shoulder for 24 years really meant a lot. But the occasional thank you for your service is always appreciated.
Tomorrow, the Hassan Student Government will hold its first ever MVP walk to benefit Maine Veterans Project, which will be open to the public.
A local high school is starting a new Veterans Day tradition this year. For the first time, Ellsworth High School's Honor Society hosted a Veterans Day program. For the occasion, local vets were invited to be recognized by students during a small ceremony, which was followed by a keynote speaker.
I think for a lot of veterans, after a while, I think that the idea of that they've been in the service and all of that begins to fade because it's been so many years for many of them. And so the idea that we were able to even take just a few moments today and thank our local veterans, I think means a lot to them, and it means a lot to us as well.
Well, according to Ellsworth teacher and organizer of the event, Dr. Heidi Omlar, the program was an overwhelming success and will definitely be back in the coming years.
Another local high school is continuing its decades-long tradition of honoring Veterans Day. For about 20 years, Brewer High School has invited service members of the past and present to join them for a veterans breakfast, followed by a variety of speakers, essays, and poems.
It just provides an opportunity to appreciate the veterans, the current service members, future service members, and just really inspire and remind our students what this day is all about.
For the veterans and service members that have attended the breakfast year after year, the day certainly holds a special place in their hearts.
It's a special brotherhood, and it's an opportunity to get with a lot of other people who've served in the military, and it's a special feeling. Yes.
Our thanks to all those who have served. Well, some 2 million businesses across the U.S. are veteran-owned, and they employ more than 5 million Americans, according to the most recent government statistics. Military-affiliated businesses, however, face extra challenges as service members transition into entrepreneurship. Fox's national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin has this story just in time for Veterans Day.
Every other weekend, active Air Force reservist Samantha Snabs serves as an officer in the Air National Guard. But Monday through Friday, she works at her startup, Re3D, a large-scale 3D printer manufacturer, helping solve some of the world's challenges.
Starting a business, especially a hardware company, is definitely expensive, and we really wrestled with where to find the funding.
And she's not alone. Those who serve face big hurdles when transitioning to civilian life, and even more when trying to start their own businesses, including getting the funding they need to launch and grow.
It is very difficult because of the lack of credit history. When military spouses, U.S. veterans have been deployed or on active duty, they're not building up a strong personal FICO score.
According to data by Hello Alice, an organization dedicated to supporting small businesses, nearly half of veterans feel their business lacks funding, and about 22% have no access to credit. Less than a third feel prepared to cover operating expenses for 1 to 3 months.
U.S. veterans, military spouses, those in service are the strongest entrepreneurs in our country. We have to ensure that they have community and connections through accelerators, relationships, nonprofits.
But it's not all challenges. Veteran small business owners have increased their revenue, which has doubled from just under $25,000 in 2021 to between $51,000 and $100,000 in 2023.
Additionally, the vast majority of U.S. veterans that we've polled are planning on hiring in 2024. So these are massive job creators.
Despite the pandemic, we've doubled our revenue, and we intend to do so again next year.
Owners and experts say the best way to help support military and veteran-owned businesses is to shop locally, hire veteran vendors, and volunteer with those businesses. At the Pentagon, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.
There's always some way you can help out your local veteran population,
Absolutely. Yeah.
even if it's just by saying thank you.
Yeah, should always be a focus.
Yeah. All right, well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, we'll have the latest updates from Israel's war with Hamas.
And we'll have a follow-up to last night's fiery GOP debate. Those stories and more after this.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
I was injured in a motorcycle accident and called Joe Bornstein's office for a free case evaluation. These guys are really good. They work hard and they really do fight for you. I was able to recover from my injuries while they took care of all the important details, and there were a lot of them. I highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein to anyone injured in a motorcycle accident. For those who ride, keep Joe by your side.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Conflicting signals about a ceasefire or humanitarian pause. The White House says Israel agreed to daily breaks in the fighting. They would be in 4-hour windows, announced at least 3 hours in advance. Israel also approved a second corridor for civilians to get out of northern Gaza. Fox's Mike Tobin is in southern Israel with the latest.
A massive early evening series of airstrikes pulverizes Bet Hanun in the northeast of the Gaza Strip, while talks in Qatar about releasing hostages are conditioned on a ceasefire.
We are doing everything to win this war, and we will win this war.
Palestinians in the tens of thousands cling to belongings and travel however they can to flee the combat.
What do things look like behind us? Destruction and death.
Their exodus protected by a promise, backed by the U.S., for a 4-hour daily pause in the fighting.
We've been told by the Israelis that there will be no military operations in these areas over the duration of the pause, and that this process is starting today.
Also at the urging of Americans, Israel relaxed the siege, allowing aid trucks to enter from Egypt, food, water, and medicine, and for the first time, the possibility of fuel.
If we will see that Hamas will use the humanitarian aid, we will stop it.
Israeli troops and armor have been inside the Gaza Strip for almost 2 weeks. Israel says they've killed over 150 gunmen and taken over what they call the military quarter of Hamas, complete with tunnels and weapons stores in a schoolroom. Troops in another section of northern Gaza claim they found a stash of weapons and drones in a residential building next to a girl's bedroom. Proof, they say, that Hamas uses innocents as human shields.
It's going to take us time until Hamas no longer exists.
The far south of Israel was targeted by a missile that was intercepted, hit by a drone that got through the defenses. In the past, those were fired by Iran-backed Houthis. The IDF didn't clarify where today's attacks originated. In southern Israel, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
Well, switching gears now, 5 Republicans vying for the GOP presidential nomination took shots at each other and at the frontrunner during Wednesday night's debate in Miami. Fox's Brian Yennis has those highlights.
That was showing a lot of restraint. That's all I'll say. That was showing a lot of restraint.
Tonight, former Ambassador Nikki Haley reflecting on the moment in last night's debate when Vivek Ramaswamy attacked her daughter for using TikTok.
Leave my
Before
daughter
preaching
out
to
of your
anybody, it's
voice.
your adult daughter. The next generation of Americans are using it, and that's actually the point. You have her supporters propping her up. That's fine. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy
scum.
answer is actually
Vivek defended himself today.
The criticism wasn't of Nikki Haley's daughter. It was of Nikki Haley.
It was a shot that wasn't necessary.
Republican National Committee Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel also on defense after Ramaswamy called for her resignation, blaming her for Republican election losses.
He's at 4%. He needs a headline. I'm going to say what I've been saying to Republicans all along. Our headline should be about Joe Biden, the border, fentanyl, crime. But I also will stand by my record as RNC chair.
At a rally last night, former President Trump claimed Ron DeSantis' success as Florida governor was all thanks to him. Tonight, DeSantis is challenging Trump to debate.
Look, he had a chance to show up and he had a chance to make his case. He's choosing not to do that.
And while the dust settles post-debate, one thing is clear. Abortion is a political problem for Republicans.
You've got Republicans not being honest and realistic with women on abortion. We need to be honest.
The Republican Party needs to offer a clear alternative.
The next debate is on December 6th in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The criteria to qualify for that debate is the toughest yet, which could spell trouble for candidates like Chris Christie and Senator Tim Scott. In Miami, Florida, Brian Yennis, Fox News.
President Biden thanked Democratic Senator Joe Manchin for his service to the people of West Virginia and the country. The president praising Manchin for working to, quote, get things done as Manchin announces he won't be seeking re-election next year. The news sent shockwaves, though, across the Democratic Party and gives Republicans hope that they may win the Senate next year. Fox's Rebecca Castor has more from Washington.
I will not be running for re-election to the United States Senate.
West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, a Democrat known for his middle-of-the-line views, is saying goodbye to the Senate. But he doesn't plan to retire from politics just yet, hinting at a possible third-party 2024 presidential bid.
What I will be doing is traveling the country and speaking out to see if there is an interest in creating a movement to mobilize the middle and bring Americans together.
And Manchin might be able to stir up a voter base. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s polling numbers show Americans are looking at independent candidates as he's gaining support in swing states.
It takes a lot of money to win elections, and there's two-party apparatuses who have the money. So time will tell what Senator Manchin is able to put together. But the people in the middle are crying out for people to talk to them.
Either way, Manchin's departure from the Senate is a major shakeup in the battle for Senate control in 2024. Manchin defied political odds for years, holding on to his seat in Ruby Red, West Virginia, a seat now almost guaranteed to go to Republicans.
This map just got even more difficult for Democrats. It had always been a difficult map, but West Virginia, but Manchin getting out of the way makes it even that more difficult.
Senator Manchin was often a deciding vote for the Democrat agenda, helping President Biden pass key policies such as the American Rescue Plan and Inflation Reduction Act. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Well, President Biden headed to Illinois to celebrate the end of a nearly 45-day strike by the United Auto Workers Union. Fox's Mark Meredith with that story.
I've worn this shirt a lot, man. You have no idea. I've been involved with the UAW longer than you were alive, man.
Showcasing his pro-union credentials in a red United Auto Workers t-shirt, President Biden praised union members while meeting with them in Belvidere, Illinois, Thursday.
The members of the UAW, you're tough as they come.
The president was celebrating a tentative contract agreement between the UAW and America's big three automakers, Ford, GM, and Stellantis, deals which ended a nearly 45-day-long strike which impacted thousands of workers.
The deal you reached set a new standard. Over 30% increase in wages with cost of living adjustments.
Contracts still need to be approved by more than 100,000 UAW members, but that didn't stop the president from taking a victory lap of sorts near a Stellantis plant that is set to reopen in a matter of years. And while the White House stayed out of direct UAW talks, the president personally advocated for the plant to stay open.
I'm fighting for a place like Belvedere because I came as a president determined to put an end to this trickle-down economics in this country.
It's help UAW's president, Shawn Fain, made sure to thank President Biden for.
And I'm grateful for the support shown by the White House throughout this fight.
While the UAW and the White House are celebrating, a recent New York Times poll shows registered voters in multiple swing states are not feeling good about the economy. Only 2% say things are excellent, while a whopping 52% of voters rank the economy as poor. While the UAW thanked the president for his support so far, they have yet to offer an endorsement for him for next year's campaign, but an endorsement could come within a matter of weeks. Reporting in Belvedere, Illinois, Mark Meredith, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the CDC is issuing some hygiene guidance as we approach the holiday season. We'll hear from the former Maine CDC director, Dr. Nirav Shah.
And in sports, Maine hockey is preparing for a big matchup at the Alphon this weekend. We'll be right back.
Two forces collide as 11th-ranked Penn State hosts 3rd-ranked Michigan. Big noon Saturday on Fox.
To those who served and those who sacrificed, thank you. Because without you, America the Beautiful would not be possible. And to show our gratitude at Ford, we're honoring veterans with a special offer. Since you're all in on America, we're all in on you. Now, veterans and service members can get a Powertrain Care Extended Service Plan, plus $500 bonus cash on select Ford vehicles.
Dude, you coming? Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. With Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Flu Relief. Also try for Fizzy Fast Cough Relief.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Don't get cold feet this winter. Stay warm and dry with high-performance footwear from Comfort Shoes and More. With an extensive selection of winter boots rated from 0 to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll find comfort in knowing your feet will be warm in any weather. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear with grippers built right into the sole. With boots in stock up to 6E and size 17 for men and women. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground. Odland Road, Bangor.
Went in, signed the papers, and for a week or so they called me to report.
And we landed on the same beach that the invasion started.
The airplane crashed just short of the runway and killed all 24 people.
Pearl Harbor was bombed. We all manned our battle stations.
I'm the only World War II veteran left in town.
Our Heroes, Their Own Words, Friday at 7 on Fox 22.
Welcome back. Thanksgiving is now just 2 weeks away, and while it's the spirit of Thanksgiving, you'll want to keep your germs to yourself. The CDC's Principal Deputy Director, Dr. Nirav Shah, says there are some things and steps you can take to keep you and those around you safe. He says the best thing you can do is get vaccinated. This includes getting your flu vaccine and COVID-19. And if you're 60 and older, your RSV vaccine. Other ways to protect yourself include hand washing and opening a window to improve airflow in your home.
If you've got folks who are coming to your Thanksgiving gathering who are particularly vulnerable, older grandparents, things of that nature, it doesn't hurt to crack a window, or something of that nature to improve the airflow, the circulation, because that'll help exchange the air. And if someone does happen to have the flu when they show up, maybe they don't quite know it yet.
A good point there. He also says taking a COVID test in advance of a gathering is another way to add some additional protection.
Well, public health officials are making a big push for Americans to get their COVID boosters and flu shots. It comes ahead of what could be a busy cold and flu season. Fox's Jonathan Seri has more.
The CDC says now is the best window for people to get their flu and COVID shots and build up protection before the holiday season. But as of late October, CDC data show only about 4.5% of Americans received this fall's updated COVID vaccines. CDC Director Mandy Cohen received her shot last month and acknowledged vaccine uptick has been slow.
Unfortunately, what we're seeing is COVID affects everyone at all ages. I know folks are sick of it, but we have to stay protected as we go into the fall and winter. We want to have a great Thanksgiving, great Christmas.
A study published on Wednesday in the journal JAMA Network Open finds giving COVID and flu vaccines together could improve community uptake. Researchers analyzed data from nearly 3.5 million adults between August 2022 and January of this year and found the shots can be safely given at the same time. But it may be hard to convince some folks. According to a survey from the National Foundation for Infectious Diseases, more than 50% of adults are more likely to get their flu shots this fall, compared to 40% who plan to get updated COVID boosters.
There's a lot more enthusiasm for the flu vaccine, the influenza vaccine, than there is COVID. Part of it's the seasonality. Part of it is just people being in the habit of getting the influenza vaccine because that's what they've always done.
The CDC says it takes about 2 weeks after vaccination for people to build up immunity. In Atlanta, Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
And as cold and flu season gets underway, the FDA cleared an over-the-counter COVID-19 antigen test for marketing on Thursday. People ages 14 years or older can use the test within 6 days of starting symptoms.
The number of children getting exemptions for school vaccines is now at an all-time high. The CDC says a record number of students who began kindergarten last year had an exemption from one key childhood vaccine. That's according to a new report published this week, which examined immunization data for 4 common childhood vaccines: measles, polio, tetanus, and chickenpox. It found that public and private kindergarten vaccination rates were at just 93%, which is lower than pre-pandemic levels. The report also said vaccination exemptions increased to 3% for kindergarten students and says a vast majority weren't for medical reasons, but the report did not determine whether those exemptions are from vaccine hesitancy or opposition, or if parents are skipping those shots because of inconvenience or other barriers.
Well, the CDC warning there's been an outbreak of salmonella infections linked to dry pet food. The agency says that there have been 7 salmonella infections in 7 states. 1 person has been hospitalized, but no deaths have been reported. And most of the people who got sick are actually infants under a year old. The outbreak has been linked to Victor brand High Pro Plus dry dog food manufactured by Mid-America Pet Food, which is located in Texas. The FDA has announced recalls for several brands of dog and cat food that are made by that food company.
All right, and when we come back, our full forecast.
Full forecast coming right up. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
Time to put away those shovels, those gloves, and those coats for now. Bring out those grills because much nicer weather will be back. How warm is it going to get? And the main question is, when do those warm temperatures arrive? I'll have the answers coming up.
To those who served and those who sacrificed, thank you. Because without you, America the Beautiful would not be possible. And to show our gratitude at Ford, we're honoring veterans with a special offer. Since you're all in on America, we're all in on you. Now, veterans and service members can get a Powertrain Care Extended Service Plan, plus $500 bonus cash on select Ford vehicles.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maine. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child.
I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in May. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. We are the top source for screen printing, embroidery, branded merchandise, and direct-to-garment printing. With 25 years experience, state-of-the-art equipment, and a commitment to excellence, why trust your apparel products with anyone else? And now, Brandywine Graphics can easily launch online stores for your school or organization. Simply design your products from brands like Eddie Bauer, Carhartt, and more. Share the link and we'll do the rest. Like we said, Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. Find out more at brandywinegraphics.com or at our Hamden location.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
I came here to help you, but now we're starting to lose control. What is that? Are you willing to change?
Kitchen Nightmares, all new Mondays at 8 on Fox.
Welcome back, my friends. Our main weather is brought to you by Fire Farms. Fire Farms is Belfast's #1 dispensary, offering a great selection of pipes, water pipes, CBD products, and much more. All right, guys, weather-wise, though, we are starting to clear up. Definitely was a winter kind of day outside today. Temperatures well below average, only hovering around that freezing mark. We did actually see some snowflakes that did fall from the clouds, so what a good scene for us. But now, things are starting to clear up. Overnight tonight, we will continue to see a couple of snowflakes, maybe some sleet mixing in, maybe some rain showers, some raindrops, mainly closer to the coast with those warmer temperatures. But overall, though, things are starting to improve, and we are starting to wrap up on the storm. Not much going on, though. Maybe another trace of snow, but you got to go up north, Greenville, and then north of that to really tap in to maybe possibly another trace to an inch of snow to come. Temperature-wise, though, we've been warming up. Lots of warm air making its way up north. Chicago was in the 50s. Even Wisconsin saw some 50s earlier today. Washington actually saw some 70s earlier this afternoon, and then 50s in New York City. Not quite that warm here in town. We were not as lucky as our friends down south in New York City. Our high temperatures were only at around 33. Same story in Bar Harbor, Millinocket area, and then Greenville, a little pocket of some colder air. Of course, whatever snow fell is still on the ground, and it is sticking around with temperatures below freezing. Our average high, though, should be around 49, 50 for this time of year. We're not going to be anywhere near that. Look at tomorrow. Kind of close to our average, and then right back down, low 40s sticking around into beginning of next week. So well below average temperatures will continue to stick around in our region. Wind speed wise, though, not too bad. Anywhere between a 5 to 10 mile per hour wind speed. Greenville, a little pocket of some stronger winds. With those cooler temperatures, of course, that feels like temperature. Temperature we feel on our skin is much colder than the actual reading of the temperature. What the thermometer reads, it's actually much cooler, feels much cooler than what that temperature says. Wind speed wise, though, we're going to get a bit breezy by tomorrow afternoon, but still not too bad. Anywhere maybe around 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts with temperatures back in the 40s. Hey, I'll take that. For tonight, though, we're going to continue to see some snowflakes, maybe a little bit of sleet, possibly a couple of rain showers, some snowflakes mixing in with that as well, but no accumulations. Temperatures will be hovering around that freezing mark, so whatever does fall will be melting, especially by tomorrow. Look at this high temperature, 46 degrees. Of course, all that snow is going to be gone. That sleet on grassy surfaces gone as well. Mostly cloudy skies and breezy conditions for tomorrow. Our extended forecast outlook does show dry conditions sticking around the next several days. Temperatures will be below average, hovering in the 40s. Beth?
Alrighty, Comrade, thanks so much.
And we got sports coming up next for you. Stay with us.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. I was a bit nervous at first, but then I figured, it's just walking, right? Oh! No, it's just a Calm down, Taco. That just stop. Sesame, no. Walter, don't. No, you're lucky you're so cute. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Tired of your internet service constantly letting you down? Those other providers may promise the world with their flashy advertisements, but are you truly having a good customer experience? Fear not, because there's a new player in town. Introducing GoNet Speed. No more endless hold times or automated responses. We're here to listen, support, and provide you with the exceptional service you deserve. Our fast, reliable fiber internet, it's mind-blowing. Let us show you what true internet satisfaction feels like.
This is gonna be hell on earth.
Let's go! Move!
Welcome to reality.
The world's toughest test
That's a long way down.
is back.
Oh my God.
Why are you here? I want to get punished.
Fight! And you can watch anytime.
This is not a game show.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test. All new Mondays at 9 on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start out on the ice. It is a huge weekend for Maine men's hockey coming up. It's a top 15 matchup at the Alpha on Friday and Saturday. We're now 13th ranked Maine hosts the top team in the country, the Boston College Eagles. The Black Bears coming off of a weekend sweep on the road against Merrimack College. Add that to their win over Quinnipiac, who was a top 5 team at the time, and Maine has a pretty good early resume this season. But Boston College is a whole nother animal. 4 first-round picks. Head coach Ben Barr says these games are a great opportunity for a team who has their sights set on being one of the top teams in the nation as well.
Our goal is ultimately to be the best team in college hockey someday. And, you know, like when you get a chance to play teams like BC that, you know, right now the number 1 team in the nation with a boatload of talent, it's a great experience and a great opportunity. So we know we have to play the game a certain way to have success against good teams, and it's no different this week, and we take it, you know, it's one day at a time for us.
At 5-1, Maine is off to their best start in a long time, over 10 years. Both games are sold out for this weekend at the Alphon, and they know the place is going to be rocking. But Barr says it was like that for their home playoff loss a year ago, so the team needs to stay focused despite all that energy and treat it as any other game.
I mean, obviously there's excitement, all that kind of stuff, but, you know, the game is played for 60 minutes on Friday and Saturday night, whistle to whistle, and nothing can change for, you know, from basically what we've been doing to give ourselves a chance to win.
All right, moving on now, let's stick with the University of Maine, and we will go down to Philadelphia, where Maine women's hoops are visiting the LaSalle Explorers. Black Bears looking to rebound off of their season-opening loss to Quinnipiac. We're going to pick this up in the first quarter. Explorers with it. Some great on-ball defense from Wyndham's Sarah Talon. She is going to go coast-to-coast with it, put it in. Maine is up early. But LaSalle, they would answer back right away and hang with them in that first half. Jolene Armendariz finds Molly Masiantonio for an open 3-ball. She nails it. Maine was up just 2 at the half, but they would control the second half right off the bat. The 2-man game from Adriana Smith and Ann Simon. Smith finds Simon on a great backdoor cut. Both finish with double-doubles. Black Bears win 58-48. All right, we are going to move back to some high school sports now. Our soccer state championship matchups, they're all set for Saturday after regional finals this week. Here's what we are looking at. Venues are Messalonskee High and Mount Ararat High for our 11-player teams, and the 8-player soccer finals are at Coney. In Class A, it's Bangor and Scarborough playing for the girls, Gold Ball, and Lewiston and Deering for the boys. That's at Messalonskee. Class B, Yarmouth is looking for the double Gold Ball. Their girls play Ellsworth, and their boys play John Bapst. That's at Mount Ararat. Class C, also at Mount Ararat, Waynfleet plays Fort Kent. George Stevens tries to take down Mount Abram. Class D, back at Messalonskee, Penobscot Valley, the girls trying to get past St. Dom's. Easton and Monmouth Academy is that matchup for the boys. And then last but not least, for 8-player soccer, Penquis Valley girls take on Madison. Skank Stearns plays Carabec Valley for the boys. All right, wishing everybody luck there. Let's go to that high school soccer preview. States are Saturday, as we said, for Bangor Rams. They're in their first final since 2015, and as our Ryan Sudol reports, their run is defined by facing pressure head-on.
These girls, we just worked so hard, and it felt so great for it to finally pay off.
Bangor girls soccer's stellar season will end at States. On Saturday, the Rams won their first A-North title since 2015.
They've worked hard. They've certainly put in the time. It's all about that process that gets you to that point. And, you know, they've done a tremendous job.
The Rams knocked off 2-seed Camden Hills 2-1 in the regional final after 2 second-half goals by junior Tegan Atherley.
It just feels so good. There's just like relief of the pressure kind of, and it just makes me feel a lot better that I was able to contribute in that sort of area.
The pressure has mounted these playoffs, with each of their wins coming in 1-goal games. After running away with many regular season games, their defense has become the biggest key.
We didn't face many offensive teams during the regular season. We knew it had to step up. They've been compact, organized. They're all so hard workers, and it's been great.
Another key piece to their puzzle was their lone loss of the year, a 4-0 shutout against Brunswick late in the regular season, something the Rams may have needed all along.
You know, I think it just let us understand that, you know, as well as the season was going, you know, there are a lot of good teams out there. So you got to come ready to play every day. You got to make short passes. You got to do the things that allow you to be able to have success.
And all of that has led them to Saturday's Class A final against South Champs Scarborough, a team they know as well as they can, facing them in the preseason.
They're just very skilled overall. They have a lot of individual skill, and as a team, they're very skilled. We just have to be on top of our game. You know, we can't really make a lot of mistakes, and if we do, we just have to be able to recover very quickly.
And if they come through on all those goals, about 20 or so dreams will come true.
It would be such a great feeling. Northerns was so amazing. I can't even imagine what it would be like to win States, and I'm so excited for our team that we have made it this far too.
In Dover, Foxcroft, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Wishing them luck. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Dude, you coming?
Alka-Seltzer Plus PowerMax Gels Cold and Flu Relief with more concentrated power. Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota Equipment. The #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience. With professional-grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
When Fire Farms wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Fire Farms is Belfast's #1 dispensary, offering a great selection of glass pipes, water pipes, CBD products, and much more. Stop by Fire Farms today for the best deals and products around.
Welcome to Rebecca's. For over 30 years, we've been serving our local customers in downtown Bangor, and we invite you to explore our historic shop.
Rebecca's carries many Maine-made products from local artisans. Perhaps you need a gift basket for your next celebration. We'll be glad to help. From blueberry ceramic dishes, gourmet foods featuring Stonewall Kitchen, fine wines to antique dishes and furniture. You're sure to find that perfect gift.
We hope to see you soon at Rebecca's.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has a cost-friendly Kia with your name on it. Choose from our fleet of front-wheel drives, all-wheel drives, hybrids, and fully electric vehicles, all affordable, tech-packed, and great on gas. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or check out the new 2023 Kia Sportage or Sorento. All come loaded with safety features and are great on gas. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Tuesdays, big names go head-to-head.
I can name that tune in one note.
Whoa! Celebrity Pack Name That Tune. Only Tuesdays on Fox.
Maine's only college training program for logging and forest trucking equipment operators graduated its latest class today. The graduates were recognized at the site where they've spent recent weeks completing the final trucking stage of the program. Prior to that, the students spent months harvesting timber using state-of-the-art machines like the ones they'll work with in the logging industry. The program is taught by seasoned veterans of the logging industry, including lead instructor Donald Burr, who says these graduates are even better prepared to enter the workforce than in years past, thanks to the addition of commercial driver's license training.
Leaving with equipment experience and a CDL means that they're lethal in the job market. If they want to go drive truck, great, they can go drive truck. If they want to operate equipment, they can go operate equipment. And then 5 years from now, they may flip-flop.
This marked the 7th class to graduate the program since it was launched in 2017.
Finally tonight, Holden police are once again giving back to their community with 25 days of kindness. The annual event kicked off last month when the department delivered more than 1,000 gallons of oil to residents in George Pond's estates. Late Holden Police Chief Chris Greeley created the program more than 6 years ago, and it all started with officers performing small acts of kindness, and it's grown into what it is today. Chief Eddie Benjamin says the department felt determined to keep the program going following Greeley's passing earlier this year.
He took good care of his community, he took good care of his people, and we're going to keep the legacy alive. As a police department, sometimes we see the people in the worst days of their lives, when they really need, and this is a good moment to have a positive interaction.
Chief Benjamin says the support of the community is what has allowed the event to continue for so long, with donations coming in year-round. He also says the department still has plenty of surprises in store for the rest of the 25 days.
And we're looking forward to seeing exactly what they are.
Yes, we really are.
Yeah, such a great tradition. I think Chief Greeley is looking down and really happy to see this continuing in his honor.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is going to do it for us, folks. From everybody here at Fox 22 News, take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.